Bonjour everyone, welcome to another diecast showcase. So today we will be doing my most recent finds from the last couple of weeks. Stumbled upon some not too shabby things basically while going through pegs of mostly my local couple dollar stores and local Toys R Us as well. So yeah, picked up a few nice things. Not a whole lot. A few main lines that I'd been struggling to find first time around. Now that the cases are deemed older, they're easier to find, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, and a couple chase pieces too. But before we get into that, we will go into the oddball of the group and the only non 3" / 1/64 scale vehicle that I picked up. We are talking about this Kinsmart pink Cadillac Eldorado Coupe 1953 model year, and yeah, pretty much in Elvis spec, although Elvis's equivalent Cadillac was actually a sedan, but nonetheless. So not the best proportionately for a Cadillac, and yeah, my daughter kind of dropped it on the floor and cracked the windscreen, but that's not a big deal. So yeah, nice light gloss pink. We've got the badging all over. Brightwork's done. I like the wheels as well. They're kind of like three-piece wheel assemblies. So you've got the rubber tires, then you've got the beauty ring and the hubcap that is on top of the actual disc of the wheel. So tan interior. Opening door, you can see that the steering wheel is a separate piece. Front end is pretty decent with a separate emblem that is chrome like the bumper assembly. Some lens lights. Same for the rear. The 1953 license plate. And of course, since it's a Kinsmart, it is a pullback, which, you know, is always cool. And here's your base. So there you go. License Series 62 Cadillac Coupe de Ville by Kinsmart, made in China, and 1/43 scale. So not a bad way to start the hunt. Next, we found a couple of older case mainlines, as mentioned before. I'm going to be opening a couple that are alternate colorways that I was looking for to be able to crack one and keep the other colorway on card. So first car that we're going to check out very briefly is this Mad Manga in the Japanese police livery. I do enjoy this fantasy casting. Very, you know, Bosuzoku looking casting, with a lot of hints of Ken Mary skyline in there and things like that. So you got the shark nose, the big lip, the oil cooler. This lip is adjustable. You can actually raise or drop it depending if you want to display the model or you want to put it on the orange track. You got the red windows, obviously, since there's no police strobe, and you've got the big pipes on the back in white, part of the white body, which lends itself to the lower body kit. Big fender flares, tiny OH5s with the red lip and black spokes. White interior, that's part of, well, you know, the rest of the white things. Great plastic insert for the base. And, you know, cool looking car. At least to me, I like it. Kind of start little stack here, basically, see if it'll stay up. All right, next up, casting that I had been putting off buying until the right colorway came along, and well, I guess it was about that time, because I finally picked up the, to me at least, best version of the GMC Hummer EV, and it's all because of this really nice metallic green color. Definitely a nice color by Hot Wheels. I love my green cars. I feel like I say it every video, but it's my favorite color for a car. So When I saw this one, I was like, okay, that's it. I'm pulling the trigger. I'm gonna get it. I finally get it out of the way. Have an electric Hummer, the new version. You know, it's a car that is just tampoed front and back. No silliness. You know, kind of like the lightning bolts on the Barbie one there and whatnot. So, yeah, new GM product added to the collection, and this will look great as a prop. You know, dioramas and things like that, since it looks factory stock. So, there we go. Next, we picked up the current colorway in that same green of the 80 El Camino. This is a casting that, you know, I just can't get enough of. The coolest 80s style pickup truck that Hot Wheels makes, in my opinion. And I mean, that does include the 83 Silverado, but that's just my opinion, right? So we've got lack of tampos front and back, but I do have the blue one that I actually freed, detailed out, and put back on card. So it's going to be cool to compare eventually, maybe in another video. Not perfect tampo application, but that white portion on the bottom. But again, you know, white and green being my two favorite colors for cars, this is a paint scheme that I had to have in the collection. This one's going to stay carded, and you know, it's part of the Hot Wheels the 80s series, which is one series that I really like, so I'm definitely not disappointed to get this this one. I like the groovy graphics and the El Camino SS badge. There you go. And really nice metallic metal flake in this paint. Definitely a nice one. So yeah, I picked up that one. One that we're actually going to be cracking open is going to be the second colorway of the 82 Cadillac Seville, also part of the Hot Wheels the 80s series. So another Cadillac to go with the pink one, I guess. I'm going to crack this one open right away, and we're going to check it out in detail off the card. Right. This is a throwback to the earlier Hot Wheels casting of this car, which has always been desirable to me. I'm really happy they did a redux and retained the rear light inserted from the red interior. We have the sunroof, Cadillac badging on the back, the Seville badge on that right side of the very Baroque styled trunk lid. Literally is as if they had made a one-to-one clay model and decided we're going to do the rear styling only using an axe. And that's what they came up with. But hey, it was the 80s, so. No details on the front since we got that big chrome piece of a front fascia. I'm going to be remedying that eventually. Just getting all those details in. As always, it's always good to have the card as reference so as to know where to put what and end up with something that actually looks correct. So yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of black detailing on the grille, and then some silver and some orange for the lights. That should look quite good. I do like the basket weave wheels, which definitely are a nice modern interpretation of the wire wheels, or maybe wire hubcaps that were used in period on these for most of these. So yeah, and I do like the fact that they did the all the little details on the side with the Cadillac emblem on the ABC, I guess D pillar in this case, although it's probably more a C pillar. Yeah, the two-tone blue with the dark metallic and the gloss robin's egg light blue is pretty nice. You've got the little additional stripe there. A couple little nicks on that door, but overall, pretty good. So there you go. 1980 original copyright, 2011. There's a redux, I guess, when they went to metal, from metal to plastic base or something like that. And here it is today in the mainline. Second colorway, keeping the original one on card, of course. We'll just make a little bit more room here. So we're gonna have one more car to crack open, so just gonna leave enough room right here to put it right beside. Next we are looking at the then portion of this Then and Now series Falcon liveried Mustangs, this one being the 69 Ford Mustang Boss 302. Definitely need to pick that up because I do have the newer one and I love completing these Then and Now sets. So there we go, we have it. Very cool. I like both. They complement each other very well. This one has a black base, the newer 07 model, whereas the 69 Boss does have a chrome base, which lends itself to the rear and the front fascias, which is great because that means it's going to be uber easy to detail with a Sharpie, and the chrome base does make for extremely realistic lights. So there you go. Very happy about this one. This is definitely up there as my favorite Hot Wheels Mustang casting. It's not a Fox body with the 65 2+2. So very well proportioned, non-staggered wheels. It just looks good, you know. It just looks good. It looks like slightly modified, you know, a little bit of a IROC stance. I don't know. Looks good. Just looks good. So I'm happy to get this one to go with my other one and complete that Then and Now series. Next up, we will be opening another car, and it is one that I had a hard time finding the second colorway of. It's the Mitsubishi Pajero Evolution in white. So the red one's staying on card, and I have the white one to set loose. Funnily enough, I have two 1/43rd scale versions of this specific truck, one from Auto Art and the other one from Cararama. There we go. Yeah, there you go. And yeah, now we have the Hot Wheels in 1/64th or thereabouts. So well done. Lack of detailing on the back, but that's kind of normal because we have the really cool Rally Art livery on the side. You can see the Evolution on the door there, and the little Mitsubishi logo above the Rally Art script. Front is well done. This one has a red base. Does have mirrors as well. Oh, and there are the intakes as well that are done here for the engine. Speaking of vents, you know, it's nicely done. There we go. Fairly new casting. It came out last year, so there we go. Now we have one loose, which is great, and I do like having the white one loose because it's going to be pretty easy to detail the rear, basically, especially I have two 1/43rd scale references, so that's always good to have. So after that, I do have another white second colorway of a model that I had an excruciating hard time to find, and just like the El Camino, it's one of those castings that I don't care how many colorways they put out, I'm probably going to try and get them all. Well, yeah, I'm going to try and get them all. I don't need them all, but I'm going to try and get them all. Beautiful, the Alpha GT V6 3-liter, the Busso V6, race liveried. Basically, you know, reverse color scheme from the original release in red. These wheels are fantastic. I don't know what they're called, but I love the wide chrome dish and the tiny 4-spoke insert in the middle. Looks very period, very good. No details on the back. I do have the loose gloss gray version of this, the street version on Aero disc that I did detail out the rear lights, and it came out pretty good. So I'm okay with this one being not detailed, and it'll be a nice addition to the Italian car collection, Italian Hot Wheels collection maybe. And probably my favorite find of the main lines, like the regular main lines, is this tiny guy right here. The 911 Turbo 3.6, the 964 generation. So 3.6 would mean that it would be a later one, just before the 993 started. and it would have the 3.6 liter engine instead of the 3.3. These were single turbo, rear wheel drive, and yeah, it put out a little bit more power, 360 instead of, I believe, like something like 325, something like that. You know, an extra 300 cc's worth of displacement for an extra 35 horsepower. Not bad. And I love this, that, you know, it's well done. You know, it's got the, obviously, the Dragon Ball Z style proportions, but it does have the rear tampos with the 3.6 turbo on that, right below that duckbill. It does have, or whale tail, should I say? In this case, it's a turbo. And it does have the little HW turbo license plate on the front and on the back. Oh, actually, no. The front has the 964 turbo, whereas the rear... Oh, okay, I thought it was written Hot Wheels turbo. My bad. 964 turbo. All right. Yeah, so the tiny 8mm5 spokes. Nice metallic black paint. You can see the flake there. A lot of flake. So this is literally a tuned version of the Bad Boys Porsche 964 Turbo, the one that Will Smith drives in the movie. So definitely happy about this. Probably my favorite tuned car so far out of the modern tuned Hot Wheels. So I did stumble upon also, not in the same batch of cars, I believe, or was it? No, not in the same batch of cars. These were found at Toys R Us, the main lines I just showed you, as well as this one. But this was found at my dollar store. I had not found this T-Hunt yet, the Land Cruiser. Again, and then now, I do have the Now, which is the late 90s, or mid to late 90s Land Cruiser in a matching livery, but it's somewhere in my mainline storage, so I didn't feel like digging too far. The Mustang was really close. The Toyota is not. So, but yeah, very cool front tampos as usual for this casting. It's going to be my third iteration of the casting, one loose and two carded. This one, well, obviously it's going in the T-Hunt stash. No deco on the rear, unfortunately, because it has a side deco, but I do have the original release in blue with the white top that does have the front and rear, and that one basically is my favorite livery so far. But I mean, I can't leave this one behind. It's a T-Hunt, so, and it's a licensed T-Hunt, more importantly. So that is awesome. Definitely happy to get this one. Put it right here. And the last mainline-ish or car of this format that we're going to be checking out is car. Well, I hadn't gotten one of these in quite some time. After a fair amount of luck, I finally managed to find another Matchbox Super Chase, and this one is definitely a good looking one. It is the Porsche, my gosh, Ford GT, the 0405 version, or 0506 maybe, I don't know, either way. This one is very nice, black with the orange detailing, staggered 5 spokes with the orange lip, black spoke with the rubber tires. You see the little Super Chase logo right there, Matchbox on the rear fender. That is very obvious. And it's a fully tampoed car, so you got the top pass here that gives us our front lights, the stripes all the way on top, and we have all the nice rear details with the Ford GT plate on the back, which is great. It's definitely nice to get a 4-pass car. Here's your base. I mean, nothing super exciting there. It's just the Ford GT base, basically. 2005 Ford GT. And yeah, there you go, Super Chase. Nice. It is definitely a nice one, and I mean, it's going to be my new favorite iteration or colorway of this one that I have from Hot Wheels. The for the Ford GT, for the modern Ford GT, and it's going to go super well with this Gulf version, premium Hot Wheels one. You know, but this one depicts the older one, so old and new. There you go. Awesome. Almost continuing in that into that whole then and now kind of thing. So I'll put this one right up front here. Won't really see it much, doesn't matter. And the last piece that I managed to find, again at my Toys R Us, was lucky enough to, you know, not be last to drop of Greenlight, seemingly. Not the lines that I like the most, but there were a couple greenies. There's one I left behind because it was of no interest to me and on the expensive side, and it wouldn't really be a great trade bait or anything like that. But one I did decide to leave with. I hadn't picked up a greenie in a little bit, basically. Had been in a little while. And it's this really cool 1978 Ford F-150 from the Falston, North Carolina Community Volunteer Fire Department. So there you go. Very, very nice. And this truck, the only other variation, or the only other version of this Ford actually it's F-250, sorry. The only version of this body style of the Ford F-Series pickup that I have, actually a couple of Hot Wheels monster trucks. The only two monster trucks that I have loose. I have one Greenlight carded there, Kings of Crunch, but that's a Chevy. It's this body style, basically. So the Bigfoot one, basically. So happy to have a regular one, you know, especially it's a greenie. It's really cool, these accessories on the back. Everything is there, you know. Very, very cool. Lots of stuff in there. I don't think I could identify everything, but, you know, there's a generator and a compressor and all kinds of stuff in there. And got the strobes on the roof, black interior, and of course you've got your green base right there. So there you go, to go with the green wheels. So yeah, cool little find, unusual a little bit, and it's not it's part of the fire rescue series, basically series 3 from Greenlight. And if you're curious to know what is in this wave, you can freeze frame this here. The one that we're looking at is the second one, right? Third one right here. So there you go. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed checking out these recent finds with me. Happy that found a couple chase pieces. As mentioned, it had been a while. It had been a little while since I hadn't found any chases. So it's always fun to have a little bit of luck on your side. On that, I will wish you a great rest of your weekend. Stay safe, happy hunting, all the best of luck on the pegs, and I will catch you on the next one. Like, share, subscribe, and see you later. Bye-bye.